Hi, Shoebox friends. This week is very busy, and I actually have two Operation Christmas Child packing parties, and they're both totally different. One I've been planning all year long, and the other just sort of popped up recently. Packing parties can take a lot of work to be done well, but I do love hosting them and helping with them because they encourage others to get involved, reach more children with the gospel, and make it possible to pack more boxes on a budget. So come along and see two different types of packing parties that you can do, whether it's with your church, friends, or a smaller group. Let's go. I only had a couple of weeks to pull this pop-up packing party together. A church group I'm connected with wanted to host one as a service project, and I offered to help organize it. This type of shorter notice packing party comes with a little less structure and some more unknowns. I wasn't sure exactly how many people would come or how many boxes we'd be able to fill up. I'd seen on Susanna Marie OCC's channel last year that she hosted a packing party at her church where everyone brought their own wow gift, and I thought that was such a great idea. So on the invite, I asked everyone to bring a wow gift, a pair of socks, and a $10 shipping donation for each shoebox they wanted to pack. I planned to provide the essentials like school supplies and hygiene items, as well as smaller filler toys from my stash to help fill the boxes up. One of the biggest challenges with packing parties is making sure the boxes are still full and personalized. I wanted to have plenty of extra items available, but it can be tricky to guess exactly how much you'll need when you don't know what everyone will plan to bring. For this pop-up event, labeling was especially important since we weren't organizing by gender or age, and I had no idea whether people would bring items for boys or girls, so I took some time labeling things to make packing go a lot more smoothly. So here's a look at what I was able to pull together so far for this packing party. So here are some of the essentials that I put together that will be going into all of the shoe boxes. I have enough for up to 50 boxes, and I have some labels on them so packers know what to do as they're going down the line. I'll also give verbal instructions, but it's always good to have a lot of signage. So these are just basic school supply bags, and they have pencils, a pen, a sharpener, and erasers. And some of them also have the little Christmas novelty erasers. Here's a snowman. So just dependent on what I had left in my stash, but they will all be getting basic pencils and school supplies. I also have this box here full of spiral notebooks in different colors. Or I also have some coloring books and activity books over here. And these are just a variety as well of whatever I had upstairs in my closet. And I will also give instructions with the different ages that the 2 to 4-year-olds would definitely be a great box to stick a coloring book into, and the older children would be great to get a spiral notebook for school. I do also have these smaller coloring books that can go into any of the shoe boxes that didn't get a larger one. These I got off of Oriental Trading. There's some animal ones here. And then this is a princess one. I also printed off some basic greeting cards, and this will be something that will need to be in every shoebox. I'm going to give instructions that everyone needs to fill out a note inside. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It can just say, Jesus loves you and I'm praying for you, or something similar. That way each box has a personalized note inside, and I can put a link in the description to the website where I printed this off of. It was free, and it has God loves you in 13 different languages. It also was in black and white, so it saved a lot on ink, which is nice when you're doing a lot of boxes or a packing party. All of these boxes, I had enough of the Pen and Gear brand crayons that they can get a full pack of crayons. And for the hygiene, I have either the toothbrush and washcloth bears. I featured some of these in my October filler challenge video, so I'm going to have those available, as well as the rolled up toothbrush with a slap bracelet. Here are some of my signs for these essential items. that will be going on the tables. And then at the end of the essential area, I'll have this that says stop. Does your box have crayons, a pencil pack, toothbrush pack, notebook, or coloring book? I also have a box here of light up soccer balls. I had a lot of these left over from my Lion wholesale order, and I've packed these all year long in my shoe boxes. So they are a great size ball, and they light up, which is even more fun, and they squeak very loudly. So just a fun interactive ball for any age child. And I had quite a lot of those, which will be great for filling up those shoe boxes. I had these canvas pouches in my stash for a long time, so I ended up using them to hold some pullback racer cars. And there are 3 of these in each pack. So they will make a great filler toy for the boxes. They can pick up one of these craft kits. I went to Hobby Lobby and found these wooden crosses that you can color in. It says Jesus is the reason for the season. So each of these packs will be getting 2 markers, a glue stick, a pair of scissors. There is a stencil behind the cross. There's extra loose leaf paper, construction paper. On this side, there's a bookmark, a fun foam sticker, scented stickers, and behind them is scratch art. It's 2 ornaments that you can use scratch art, and you can't really see it, but there is a scratch stick in here and 2 red strings that you can hang up the ornaments after you decorate them. And then at Hobby Lobby, I also found these safari animals. They were a good deal. It was about $7 for I think it was a 12 pack. So I paired them up and I tied them together just so each of the boxes that gets one of these will have 2 little animals they can play with. It's great with packing parties to bundle things together that you want to kind of stay together. I thought it'd just be fun for the child to have 2 animals. So that'll be a fun filler toy. I don't have enough for all the boxes, but these are just extra little toys and filler items that I put together. And I have a lot more upstairs to show you. And here are all the other filler toys and different items I've been working on the past few days. I have quite a lot. And can you believe this all came from my stash? And this was extra that I just had from year-round shopping and finding good deals. So it really actually helps me to be able to organize my closet. And I was planning to either send this as filler to the processing center or help out local packing parties as well. So I think a lot of this will be able to be packed this coming weekend for our pop-up packing party. And I have quite a variety here, so I'll just show you some of the things and how I organized it and labeled it for the party. In this tub here, I have a lot of clothing, and on top I also have just some extra items. My daughter was so sweet. She made these little crocheted purses. So I put a little sequin heart on the inside as well as a bracelet and put them in this little bag here. It just says girl. I think it could go to any of the age girls. So I have several of those. And then I tried to keep together, this is like a little Star Wars pack. So it has a little Chewbacca, an astronaut pen, a bracelet, and a Star Wars sticker and maze. So those could go to any age boy or even a girl. Here's another one with R2-D2 and Darth Vader. So I tried to package things up that kind of went together. Again, just so it was a little bit nicer of presentation at the packing party and not as chaotic. For clothing, this one here is a little shirt that has a snowman on it. And it's a size 4, I believe. So I tried to make labels for all the clothing so it was clear that this was for a girl age 2 to 4. And I just put this little snowman with it since it was a snowman themed shirt. I thought that would be cute together. And there's just some odds and ends. I had this really soft, it's a smaller blanket, so I thought it would be good for a 2 to 4 boy. I tied it with a bow, and it could just be a really soft, sweet blanket for a little guy. I have some shoes I got on clearance. These are some nice sandals, and they are size 11, 12, I believe, so they are for the little boys. I had an extra set here of reusable pads for an older girl in this nice bag, and I added a cross bracelet in there. It also has 2 pair of underwear. And then here are some of the other clothing items that I'm donating. This here is a shirt, a size 16. So I put age 10 to 14 boy. And here's a little boy shirt. Some of my girls, I had found shirts and shorts at Walmart recently for 50 cents to $1. So some of the girls will be getting shorts and a shirt. So labeling is definitely the way to go if it's kind of a pop-up party where people just bring whatever wow gift they want and ages aren't specified by table. So lots of clothing and hair accessories and shoes in here. These are some adorable cups that have crocheted chicken cup sleeves that my daughter made. And I put them in a little bag here that says girl. This one here, you can see on the inside, it has some other goodies. So each of these cups have little crocheted stuffed animals and a bracelet and a little heart on the inside. So just a cup of goodies. And at the bottom, I also have several girl sunglasses that I had gotten for $1 at Walmart. There's Frozen, and there is also Minnie Mouse. So really cute sunglasses. This bin has a lot more extra toys just kind of thrown in there. There are these footballs that I got for $1 at Walmart. This is kind of an extra wow gift here. I need to take it out of the packaging. I recently found this larger pony for $2.50. I have a whole lot of cups. So there should be plenty of cups. There's different styles. There's Play-Doh. This here is a set of oil pastels. I had some of these Sparkle Girl dolls that I had found at Walgreens. So I won't dig through all of it, but just a lot of extra things that I had found throughout the year. I had a couple of older boy Lego sets that I put together as well. And these have quite a few pieces, plus some Lego characters for the children to play with. And then for the younger children, I have these larger block sets. I had an extra one of the Melissa and Doug 100-piece block sets, and I had some wooden puzzle pieces of different barn animals that I included. These larger ducks, I put girl on them, 2 to 4 or 5 to 9. And I won't open them because they're taped shut, but they have a unicorn rubber ducky on the inside. And then I have some extra jump ropes that are really nice. And on the bottom here, I have several friendship bracelet making kits for the kids with some instructions on the back. And then I have 2 bins full of stuffed animals. So I'm going to tell the packers if they didn't bring a wow stuffed animal to add one of these plush items into their boxes so that every shoebox will have a plush. This is a cow that my mom made. Isn't that adorable? So hopefully I will have plenty of items for these shoeboxes, and we're just going to fill them up until we are out of items and can't make full shoeboxes anymore. So I'm not going to say we have to pack a certain number. We're just going to pack as many full, fun, personalized shoeboxes as we can. And then when we don't have enough items to continue, we will stop. So I'm excited and interested to see just how many we can put together this upcoming packing party. And I think it'll be a lot of fun for everyone involved. Here's the mobile packing party all ready to go the night before. It was definitely a little more challenging having to transport everything outside of my house, but I managed to organize it all into several labeled bins. I had one bin for clothing, another for extra toys for the 2 to 4-year-olds, and another for extra toys for 5 years and up. I also had a bin with smaller filler toys to add in at the end of packing, plus a bin for extra wow gifts. And here is packing party day. Setup went fairly fast and everything came together well. I started with the essentials at the front of the line, then stuffed animals and cups, as I had a lot of those to share. After that came the clothing organized by sizes, and then all the fun toys with the 2 to 4-year-old toys at the beginning, older kid toys at the end, and the toys that fit any age group in the middle. In an adjacent room were tables for personalizing the boxes with greeting cards and different lid designs. At the end were smaller toys for the packers to fill up any spaces before final inspection by my daughter and I. It was encouraging to see both children and adults understanding the importance of these gifts and taking the time to write notes and make each box personal. In the end, we packed all 50 boxes, and I even had enough leftovers to fill 5 more at home. It was a lot of work to pull this together, and next time I might stick to one age group to keep it simpler, but overall it was a wonderful experience for everyone, and I was surprised that most people chose to pack for the 2 to 4-year-olds or the 10 to 14-year-olds. Here's a little peek inside a few of the finished boxes. I love that this kind of packing party creates so much variety in what's inside each one. Samaritan's Purse also has a new packing party planning tool on their website. I'll link it in the description. It's a great way to divide up who's bringing what, especially if you don't have a large stash to donate yourself. For example, someone can sign up to bring the coloring books or the toothbrushes. It also worked really well to have each family cover the shipping for the boxes that they packed. Many of the people just scanned the QR code on the label to pay right there on the website, which made it super easy. So here we are back at home. It's a new day and time to focus on the second packing party, which is my planned out packing party. I'm planning to do 25 2 to 4-year-old boy boxes, 25 2 to 4 girl boxes, and 20 10 to 14 girl boxes. I already packed 20 of the older boy boxes a few weeks ago, if you want to check out that video here. But here are all the items out on my table for the 2 to 4-year-olds. The wow gift for both the boys and the girls are these Melissa and Doug block sets. And I put puzzle pieces in each one. So the boys will be getting these 2 extra vehicles, construction vehicles, and there's different styles in each one. And the girls will be getting safari animal puzzle pieces in there. So just an extra fun toy to play with when they're playing with their wooden blocks. And these are definitely quality toys. I'll run down the boys' side first. So here are their stuffed animals. These were from Dollar Tree around Valentine's Day, and they're just adorable. I got these for $1.25, and they're really nice quality for that price. They have a little tag that says "to someone special," and then down here, the child can put their name. It says "this friend belongs to." So there are little hedgehogs, puppy dogs. These orange cats are my favorite, and then some dinosaurs. And I had one outlier here, another little dinosaur. So those are the plush that will be going into the boy boxes. All of my boys will be getting sandals. So I rubber banded them together so they would stay in the right pair. They're getting a t-shirt from the Children's Place. They're both dinosaur themed. And I really loved these maracas from Lion Wholesale. They have little lemurs on them. And they're a nice wooden toy, a nice musical instrument for the 2 to 4-year-old boys. Here are the boys' cups, and I stuck inside of them a extra toy car. These are also Melissa and Doug, and they have matching cutlery. The cup and the cutlery set is from IKEA, and then there's also a comb. There's all the boys' cups and vehicles and combs. At this table are items that both of the girls and boys will be getting. So they'll all get a set here of chalk. And this is their hygiene pack. They have all the essentials in there. And these are a little bit more boyish. And these styles over here are a little more girlish. But they're all the same for the most part. And then each of the 2 to 4-year-olds will be getting a light up soccer ball. I tried to put most of the pinks and purples on the girl side. And they'll each be getting a coloring book. The boys are getting this top wing style. And the girls have a butter beans cafe style. And I got these at Big Lots for 40 cents each, I believe. There are crayons for every shoebox and a pencil pack down here with 5 pencils and then sharpeners for each shoebox. Now let me show you the girls' side. We'll start back up here with their block set, which is their wow. And then their stuffed animal are these really sweet Jesus Loves Me bears. These are also from the Dollar Tree, and they do sing. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Here are my baby dolls. If you watched my packing party last year, you saw these. My amazing mom crochets little hats and dresses on them. And then she coordinates the blankets and the little yarn ribbon here to go around them. So this could also be a wow gift. And this will probably be the last year for these guys. This style is no longer at the Dollar Tree of baby doll. And I have run out of stock of these. And I think my mom needs a little bit of a break from crocheting all the hats and dresses. So thank you, Mom, for doing this. But I have 25 baby dolls in this bin. My girls also are getting shirts, and these are really sweet shirts, also from the Children's Place. They have little girls on them, and this one says future leader, reading a book, and this one just has different adjectives. It says love, kind, beautiful, smart, brave, so very sweet shirts. I was excited to find all of these shirts at a pretty good price at the Children's Place. I try to keep an eye out for sales. I also got all of my 2 to 4-year-old girls these really sweet hair clip sets. There's 2 little barrettes with all these little ribbons that will match their shirts. And these are from Line Wholesale. And then their cups are pretty full. I got these Uniquely Me cups. They have the Encanto theme on there. They were 10 cents a cup when Party City was going out of business. And then I filled them up. They all have a spoon from IKEA, a comb, a little bracelet from Party City, and then a necklace from Hobby Lobby. And then each of the girls will be getting 2 pair of underwear. And these are also Encanto theme. I found these at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And then also some socks. There are 2 pair of socks in each cup. So that's what the girls are getting, and I put this in their cups just so it's easier for the packers. The socks are already in there, and we won't lose pairs, or just makes it a little bit easier to keep things together. So I often do that with my cups. And then they also will be getting chalk, hygiene pack, a ball, coloring book, crayons, and pencil packs. So this is my 2 to 4-year-old setup. And I did also put 2 together just to see for myself if they were full or if I needed to maybe get more items. But this is what they're looking like so far. Here is one of my girl ones. And I will have some extra little toys like this little hippo at the very end for packers to fill up spaces. And I did make lid designs. So here is one of the ones for the girls. And here is one for the boys. I used some nativity scenes that I found at Hobby Lobby, and I also have stickers at the bottom of the shoebox that they can decorate their nativity scene with. So some of the boxes will be getting that for a lid design. I enjoyed decorating the lids this year for all of my packing party boxes. So here are a few different styles for the different age groups. Here is my table with all of the items for the 10 to 14-year-old girls, and they are getting a larger cup here. These cups all have some different goodies inside. I ended up sticking a little heart sequin pillow in there to go along with their wow gifts, which are some dolls. I had gotten those on sale at Hobby Lobby after Valentine's Day. I also included a spoon, fork, and knife. And then this little wooden game here. Came from Hobby Lobby after Christmas. It was 90% off. And you have to catch the pink ball on the top of this. It's like a little cup there. And then each of the cups also has 2 pair of socks. And these are actually the same socks that are in my 2 to 4-year-old cups, but just in larger size. And a comb is also in there. So I pre-filled their cups as well. Here are the wow gifts. They will either be getting 2 of these Sparkle Girls dolls that I had found at Walgreens on clearance, or 1 of the larger, these are like the Hair Amazing dolls that Walmart had on sale. So depending on which style it was, the Hair Amazing dolls are a bit larger and longer. But each of my older girls will be getting some dolls in their shoebox, or 2. And then they're all getting a notebook. I pre-filled up their pencil packs, and they have a lot of nice goodies inside. There is a pack of 8 standard pencils, 2 Ticonderoga pencils, sharpeners, stickers. This one has a little extra notepad there, eraser, and then I put fun erasers and colored pencils on the back. So they have their nice full pencil packs for school. Here are the coloring books in different styles. Some of these were from after Christmas sales. And then I also just put different styles of coloring books that I thought the older girls would enjoy. There are jump ropes here that I found on sale at Party City when it was closing. Each of the girls will be getting a headband. There's this style here with the silvery bow, and then this star, sequin star style. These are a really great price right now online wholesale. I believe it's 3 for $1. So that's a great stock up price, and I think they are being clearanced out if you want to order them soon. I also have my favorite compact mirrors from Line Wholesale. I think they're so pretty for the older girls, and they have this coral pink or purple. The older girls will also be getting a drawstring backpack, a hygiene pack similar to what the younger kids are receiving, but these ones also have lip balm and nail clippers inside. Our neighbor, Miss Sue, made some beautiful bracelets for the older girls. So that will be a wonderful addition to these boxes and make the girls feel extra special. And then here are the stuffed animals. I have some unicorns and narwhals. I love this style here. These also came from the Dollar Tree after Valentine's Day. There are some purple penguins, and then just a few other styles in here as well. I can find them. Here's a dolphin. This one came from Lion Wholesale. So all of the older girls will be getting a plush as well. And here is my living room the night before my 3rd packing party of the year. My living room is overflowing with OCC items, and I've labeled each table with the specific age group, and hopefully this will help the flow of people. I'm expecting quite a few helpers to come, so hopefully it won't be too chaotic, but I have the boxes already labeled and set sort of by where those age groups are. So I think it'll be a great packing party, and we're packing 70 boxes, but with all the helpers, I don't think it will take too long to get all of this packed away. So here are some video clips from the packing party. We had a lot of great helpers, a lot of children showed up to help, and some neighbors and some church friends. So this is a great outreach and a great way to include people from your community, to get more involved with Operation Christmas Child, and to also hear about the gospel themselves and to see God's generous love in action. All together with this packing party and my pop-up packing party and the one I had a couple weeks ago with the older boys, we now have 145 shoeboxes that are full, fun, and personalized and ready for drop-off the week of November 17th. Thanks so much for joining me today on this double packing party video. I hope you found it inspiring and helpful, and maybe you might want to host a packing party yourself. If you are enjoying content like this, would you like this video or subscribe for more OCC content throughout the year? Happy packing, God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.